just keep on sticking with it. All right, but let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for September 3rd, 2019. All right, SPY down a little over 0.5%, and the Qs down almost 1%. It was down more, getting a little bit of a bounce here. Okay, we have noted the big range, the big box here that the Qs have been stuck in for the last month here, right? Watching the hourly, we can see that it has just been oscillating, right? Look at this 20 MA, up, down. So you can see average prices not really picking a direction here, as it's really just sideways. We're above the 20 MA, below, above, and below. So we're sticking with that big range, kind of letting that guide us. I know there have been a couple times where it might have been interesting to maybe get in early, looking higher. I think we did a good job of letting the resistance prove that it wanted to be broken, or that buyers were going to step up and get through it, and not getting ahead of ourselves, right? And we'll see how it reacts to support. Okay, so we are back down into this support area. We'll see if we get some follow through. It's been a big sloppy range here over the last month, so the market has kind of just been stuck. And I think unless you really are focused on playing the market, I think it's really been fine for individual names. If you're looking for things that are gapping and things that are moving, a sideways market, while it's challenging for swing plays, for day trades actually is not too bad. Helps us to identify things that have relative strength or relative weakness to the market. So in a case like the last couple days where the market's been coming in, and today, which was a gap down, mostly weak, anything gapping up had relative strength. Okay, so I think there were some good opportunities. So kind of walk through the morning here. Okay, and my focus initially was on the CONN. I did want to play this long, and I was patient with it. I even eventually did call it here. Wanted to see it break over this area and then make new highs. I did just cancel it shortly before coming on to do this video, because it never triggered. I wanted to at least break 20. It got pretty close. I'm glad we didn't get kind of sucked into it just by a little bit, because this does have a good amount of spread sometimes, and it gets kind of wild. You can even see from the morning kind of a lot of tails and stuff that get in the way there. I did like that I made a new high, doing a little bit of a pullback there. I wanted to see it higher. But I did like this gap a lot. Professional gap here, gapping over this base, clearing some resistance. It is into more resistance here, longer term there. So that was kind of the main issue with it. But overall, liked it. Never really got a play on it. And then the ARDX and the ABEO, as far as longs go, those were the ones. I actually did have a call on the ARDX, but I did not get the timing right on this. Wanted to see this on a breakout here up at the highs, and instead of breaking out, I actually came in and retested and kind of snuck by me on there on the ARDX. Got picked up, and then kind of just from there off it went. So just a little bit off today, I thought. The ideas were good, the bias was good. Look at that, beautiful, right? Nice. You can hold this all day. That's what I'm looking for. Wouldn't have been easy, even though it may look easy on the chart. I always acknowledge that holding these things for such a big move. I mean, this thing is up now 70%. Wanting to take it because it's up is always a hard thing to do, and you don't have to take the whole thing. You can just kind of you can leg your way out of it, see if it wants to close at the high of the day, right? These are the kind of things we're looking for, right, as much as possible. So very, very nice on the ARDX. Wish I'd been able to catch that one. And then the ABEO, also very impressive move today. Another one that kind of stuck by me as well. We did have it right at as soon as it did this first little bit of a pullback, and then wanted to see kind of a secondary entry on that, and then off it went. So one of those days, you snooze, you lose. I thought today some of these smaller names you can see got picked up while the market was getting sold this morning. Even had some news come out. I think ISM was disappointing. Market was coming in, and these were getting picked up pretty bullishly there. And then CLF also this morning, very, very nice breakdown here, right, on the CLF. Clearing support there on the daily. There's that breakdown. Very nice follow through, very, very weak. All right, daily clearing the support. So kind of some of the smaller names here, this lower price stocks, giving some big opportunities today. Don't know if that necessarily means anything moving forward. I wouldn't make too much of it, just kind of coincidence for today. And then I did want to highlight this Roku, ROKU. Nice call here. We had a member put it out, 154 by 153. Really, really nice, and then trailed it as off the 5 minute there as it was making new highs. So good stuff there. So there were some pretty nice opportunities today. I thought, even if the market is still stuck in this choppy range. And so, we've let the kind of hourly show us what it's up to, and a lot of back and forth. Okay, and so just gonna let really the daily pick the next direction. Okay. Like to use the hourly so we're not kind of late, especially when the range is this big, right? If we go through and break the support, you're going to feel like it's a little bit late. The shorts are already getting paid, right? But at this point, I think that's the chart that's going to keep us out of trouble, okay? All right. That's going to do it for today's market wrap. Hope you did well. Like I said, I thought there were some pretty good opportunities today. Maybe it was just the long weekend. Had to shake off a little bit of rust. All right, but the ideas were good. The focus was good. We had the right ideas, just had to get the timing right, the entries right, and the stops right. Okay, so we'll be back at it tomorrow. Okay, hopefully you did well today. If not, we will get back at it, see if we can't start getting this week going. Okay, all right, so hope you did well today. I will talk to you tomorrow. All right, we'll see what the market gives us. Have a good evening.